I want to introduce this hour's panel, Invesco Investment Solutions Senior Portfolio Manager, Alessio de Longis, and Yahoo Finance's Brian Sozzi. Alessio, let's start with this. Dennis Muhlenberg from Boeing met with the FAA Administrator Stephen Dickson last week. And Dickson was saying, slow down, slow down. So the message was that Boeing, they were building what? They went from 52 737 MAX a month down to 57 to 42, but even that was too much.
Being responsible for asset allocation, unfortunately, I cannot comment on individual companies, and I'm sure Brian can opine much more in detail than I can. What I will say that within the, despite this type of news, from a macro level for the sector, given airlines rolling up to the industrials, we actually are fairly positive on the overall sector, on the industrials. And it's consistent with a rotation that we believe that the rotation from growth into value is here to stay for the next few months. Industrials are one of those sectors that screen most strongly with value characteristics. And now, given that we also have some upside views on oil prices, one needs to, with respect to airlines, one needs to balance that a little bit. So now, obviously, this supersedes the company-specific news.
What amazes me, Adam, is that the stock prior to this was still up for the year, and I think it's still up for the year. And it's amazing how investors continue to give the management team the benefit of the doubt, and the stock trades as if there won't be a dividend cut. The company will probably pay out more than $4.5 billion in dividends this year. Now, should there be a cut? Potentially. This situation is getting worse. You're taking out of a plane that represents about 80% of their operating income. That's a big chunk of your business.
But that chart doesn't look like that, does it?
Yeah. At some point, you're going to have to see some dumping here. It's amazing to me that the investors are sticking with this company when clearly there's cultural problems at Boeing. They're getting worse. Also now production problems.
There's the other issue, too, is that the airlines, some are saying, as Alexis pointed out, they'll take delivery once they can take delivery of the aircraft as soon as possible. Others are saying they want to wait until possibly next fall. You know, one of the things that happens when this plane comes back into service is that it hurts the airline's ability to price tickets. You would have too much supply, essentially, of seats, and it would force a price war for the airline. So they're not as eager as you may think to get the plane back.
What happens to the planes that are just sitting there? The hundreds of planes that are sitting there, they have to be refurbished too. This won't change overnight.
And the other question is, are customers of the airlines going to refuse to fly on these planes even when they come back? So are the airlines willing to take that risk that they could see that kind of a hit?
Hey investors, Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.